Welcome all of you here once again in another session, and this is going to be another one in the All India Live Mock series. We'll be discussing another live mock here, but we are heading towards SSC CGL 2025. I hope all of you are ready. Give it a shot. All the best from my side. Before I start, let me inform you today is the last day in this Freedom Fest. One can grab flat 60% discount on SSC courses, batches, mock tests, or the super elite, in which you get access to all the things all together, and railway subscriptions also. So please make use of the opportunity. Flat 60% off using the code IDAY Independence Day. Let's head on straight to the mock tests. But before I go to the mock tests, I would love to show you that just a sec. You have to adapt yourself as per the new pattern, and that should be okay. This is the one I have access to. Before this, let me show you any live test. You must just a sec. Yes, that's the new pattern, or new, what should I say, interface by Adequity, which is live at Oliveboard. One is requested to get comfortable, accustomed to this new interface, where you have now the sections in the left, analytics in the left, which were used to be in the right. Now you have your save and submit and all these up above. They used to be here. One of the best features, I would say, zoom in and zoom out. If the sentence is long, you can zoom it out to grab all at once. If you think it is small and you want to look at it closer, you can zoom it in. Please adapt yourself as per the new interface, and we are here to make you aware of the new pattern. Okay, let's go straight. Just a sec. I'll reduce the brightness so that it'll be clearer to you. The first one at your screen now. I'm sure it's quite clear to all of you here. Let's go. Quick. Welcome everybody from my side. Chivalrous Radhe Radhe, Nancy, Jai Janendra, Vaishnavi, Kamal, good evening. No problem. Take care of yourself. I got your message. Extraordinary, Wrinkle, Ajay, Jai Jagannath brother, Neha, Saloni, oh, Mohini, Prakta, Jessica, Harad Mahadev, Rona, Kamal, God bless you, bhai. Jai Sri Ram, Bubbly, and everyone here. No problem. That should be the new vocabulary for those who are not comfortable to this, who are not accustomed to this. No problem. I'll mark. The artist carefully crafted an exact copy. Mohini, I hope you know simile, one of the figures of speech in English from which we get similarity and such. Remember, noun classes, you fought like a lion. So I'm just making you similar to a lion. Or you were the lion in that fight metaphor. I respect you like God. That's the same. So this is facsimile, exact, the same. So although I do not know the meaning of in case, in examination, all these words, but I can click the answer straight. So welcome Nitesh, good evening brother. Facsimile exactly is the exact copy of anything. So that has to be the answer, facsimile. Okay, when it comes to anomaly, it defines something which is deviated to the normal. I repeat, anomaly is something which is deviated from the normal, any exception, any strangeness or something which is out of the normal. When I say conscription, before that epilogue, right? Yes, 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 yes. Quite a common word. All of us have gone through a number of times. Epilogue and prologue, these are the two terms marked correct. Epilogue, prologue. Log is conversation like dialogue. Epi, that means in the end, and prologue in the beginning. So whenever we start a session like today, we are going to discuss this and that, that is supposed to be the prologue. And once we finish, so thank you all for coming here. In this session, we enjoyed a lot. We had this, we had that. The ending words of a poem or a drama, epilogue. The initial words of a poem or a drama, prologue. And conscription, any draft, any induction, uh, what should I say, compulsory enlistment for state service, typically into the armed forces. So not that precise what they have marked. Conscription. Compulsory enlistment of people, yes, in the armed forces, national services. You can drop the uh, C option, but those three are quite common. We usually come across these. Next. Welcome, Arvind. Perfect, brother. Chivalrous, exactly. Mm. Oh, so if there is a blur, quick. Okay, tongue tied. If your tongue is tied, you won't be able to speak. That's it. Trying to regain confidence? No. Difficulty in expressing oneself due to nervousness, but that is idiom. So not literally our tongue is tied, idiomatically. Why aren't you speaking? Is your tongue tied? But I think difficulty in expressing oneself because my tongue is tied idiomatically. Pleasant situation? No. Hold back laughter? Not at all exact. Antonym of the word superfluous. Jessica. I don't think that kind of language is necessary in a show that kids could be watching. Antonym of superfluous. Superfluous is more than necessary. If I talk about the antonym, something that is required, necessary, basic, minimal, something should be there. Think is not at all related to superfluous. That is an adjective, that's a verb. Language is not at all related to superfluous. That's a noun, that's an adjective. Watching is a verb, not at all related to the word superfluous. Necessary, that is necessary, just like food. And superfluous, luxury, obviously antonym as per the given options. Incorrectly spelled. Perfect. Superfluous, extra. That means no need of that. So the one which is needed, absolutely. Redundant, unnecessary. Whoa, whoa, that's so easy, Arvind. Superfluous is going to be something which is not necessary. So something which is necessary is the antonym. Wow. Okay, merchandise is correct. Connive, let something happen, just like in politics. They know something bad is going on, but they let it be because let it be. It's benefiting us, no problem. Something bad is happening and you let it happen is supposed to be connive, making some conspiracy for someone and such. Dictionary seems correct. Okay, ominous, N-O-U-S. Something bad is going to happen. The incorrectly spelled. The correct spelling is without an I. Exactly. Without an I. OUS. Direct speech. Welcome, Renu. Himanshu told his colleagues that he would be traveling. So in past, he would be traveling. In present, I will be traveling. Where is will? So that we can go get would. No will, no would. Would is okay, but no ing here. Just one statement with a will. So it will be would, be, ing. Need not think about the others. Intrepid. Welcome, brother Avijit. Good evening. Jessica, saying to you in Hindi, कोई बुरा काम जो हो रहा है होने दो. क्या करना, अपना तो फायदा है ना. या मुझे क्या मतलब, हो रहा है होने दो. Let something bad happen. बुरे काम को होने देना. Connive. कोई षड्यंत्र रचना. Okay. Trapid is going to be this. Trapid. Intrepid. That means who is fearless. So trapid actually is fearful, but that's the opposite. Intrepid. Coward. Shy. They are not the meaning of the words. Intrepid, fearless. Fearful, antonym. Coward, antonym. Shy, antonym. Just one. And these three were quite similar. Quite similar. Yes, shivering. Exactly. Mohini. What a punch. Um, it is informed, the official said. So he said, it is informed, it was informed, it should be. It is not possible. It was okay, it had been. Why? It was. B or D has to be the answer. Any other verb? Have been issued. But B says have been. So how in past we can retain have as have? That must be had. One option, it is, it was, have, had, done. Yes, I think we know all these words. At least twins we have heard of. And subtle nuances, those minute differences. So subtle is correct in just one. And so is the word twin. So both ways option D is going to be correct. I repeat, subtle, the subtle differences, the nuances, those minute differences between something, and twins, of course we know. Passive. Kajal, good evening. Radhe Radhe. Jai Ma Kali. Pragta. So the marketing team will launch a campaign. That means a campaign will be launched. A campaign will be launched. Okay. No will, no will, no will. Just one option there. Keep one's eyes peeled. Exactly. Okay. You peel off oranges and you peel them off bananas like them. You get the main part. If your eyes are peeled, that means the covers are removed. And if the covers of eyes are removed, we can see things clearly. They are not hidden, they are visible. So to be alert, okay, if my eyes are peeled, open your eyes. I can see things. Alert, no problem. Eyes in sleep, no, 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 no. We are peeling off the eyes idiomatically, not closing them. Trust blindly, no. Suspicious, no. To be alert. Just like a fruit, if your eyes are peeled, that means we can see things quite clearly. You just grab, what should I do? You just grab the first one, the last one, or the first one only, and I'll show you the options. Don't worry about that. Yes, I did answer, checking which should be the first one, which should be the last one. One of the options starts with A, then B, then C, then D. Just grab the first one. Not easy at first. Yes, Shikha. Saying to you in Hindi, जैसे फलों का छिलका उतार देते हैं तो मेन चीज जो है वो रह जाती है, बच जाती है, और आंखें के ऊपर कवर है इसीलिए नहीं दिख रहा है जब आंखें बंद हैं. अगर वो हटा दें तो सब दिखने लगेगा. Shankar, welcome and respect. Welcome and respect, brother. Great, great, and great. You just mention A should be the first one, or B, or C, or D, and we will click exactly the same answer. Okay, just say A, B, C, D. And when the questions are difficult, the options are easy. So you have sheer elimination if you pick the first one. We've taken enough time. Okay, let me see. No, 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 no. Prakta, Avijit, and Aman. Perfect. I took 76 seconds, which is quite a lot time to answer this. For a teacher, not for a student. Because initially everything seems good. Sustainable architecture, called green building, is a design philosophy that seeks to minimize the negative impact of environment of buildings through efficiency, moderation in the use of materials, energy, and space. Okay. This involves the use of recycled or locally sourced materials to reduce the carbon footprint associated with the transportation and manufacturing. Okay, A can be the first one. Another key aspect, okay, does this. Another key aspect is energy efficiency achieved through passive solar design, high performance insulation, and installation of renewable energy systems like this or that. Okay, that may be the first one. Plus, these buildings, at least I got just one elimination. C cannot be the first one. You're not talking about buildings in this. You are talking about this new technology, sustainable architecture called green building is a philosophy that does this or that or that. These buildings are designed. We are not talking about the designing of buildings. I want click C, the first one. D. A primary goal of this approach is to create structures that are not only environmentally responsible but also healthier for their occupants. Read this twice, thrice, probably fourth time. And I got this. If I have to prefer, I would prefer the primary goal first. Primary because it is. And I've got another keyword of this approach. Now, in S1, which is already fixed, you can't change. If you don't pick this approach, now if I pick A or B or C, after them, I cannot put D stating this approach. After S1 only, where we have the approach, got it? I can put D. Otherwise, I cannot put D anywhere in the passage. This approach, you have to define it first. That's the approach that we are continuing forward. So I thought D should be the first one. But before clicking the answer, okay, I assume D is the first one. D is the first one here. According to the options, they say DA. If D and A are together, I must be correct. Let me read D and A. I'm reading DNA now. A primary goal of this approach is to create structures that are not only environmentally responsible, the next statement must talk about something such, but also healthier for the occupants. Okay, next statement A, as per the options. Smart work. Option says, this involves the use of recycled or locally sourced materials to reduce the carbon footprint. Of course, if you reduce the carbon footprint, it will be environmentally friendly. Not bad. So preferring this DA, I might have been wrong, but yes, you can't start with C for sure. B is fine, A is fine, D is the more appropriate one, and that is the answer. Thereafter, we can go ahead with another key aspect. After this is this, achieved through that, and these buildings are designed. So we didn't have exact keywords. That was the best approach in my opinion. Objections welcome. Next. I'll show you options with the same pattern. Okay, A in 2, B and C. So no option starts with D. Cannot, however. Thank you. Perfect. Starting with A, they're in 2 options. Exactly, Abhijit. Saying something in Hindi to those who understand Hindi here. गई भैंस पानी में. I should have said गया पानी भैंस में. C. Isha, welcome. Everyone here, you are attentive, but you can't say AC because A was a positive statement, C was a negative statement. Without any contradiction in between or contrast in between, how would you put these two different contrasting statements together? Feel them. Rise of social media platforms over the past decade has revolutionized we communicate. In the previous year, I have made you solve n number of mock tests keeping the same statement. Remember? The rise of social media platforms over the past decade has revolutionized the way people communicate, providing individuals with unprecedented access to information and a global audience for sharing their thoughts. Wow, yes, 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 yes. C says companies like Facebook, Insta, Twitter have come under. Why? What has happened? That was so positive. For failing to regulate the content on their platforms without any contrast or bringing negativity, you can't say that. So A, C can never be together, which gives me the clarity of clicking A, D. But before clicking in examinations, I would read first. A, D, C, B, they say. Rise of social media platforms over the past decade has revolutionized the way we communicate, providing individuals with access and audience. Fine. D. However, here comes the negativity. Here comes the negativity. However, the spread of misinformation, okay, and addictive nature of these platforms, no problem, there are many platforms out there, have raised concerns about their impact on mental health, democracy, and overall quality of public discourse. Okay. See now, companies like platforms you can discuss over here, companies like these, and they have raised concerns about this and the quality. That's why they are failing to regulate the content on their platforms. And then B, concluding statement, putting an end to the debate. While on one hand, social media has connected people, on the other hand, it has highlighted the need for responsible digital consumption and such and such and such. Perfect. A, the first one, putting the theme. A, D, showing that contrast. C, continuing that negative tone. B, closing statement. Perfect. So please don't answer. Please don't answer without getting the correct flow of the passage. Please. That was free. The previous one was so difficult. That was so easy. Jessica. For that emphatic structure, here, there, pronouns don't follow inversion, nouns do. Here comes the bus, there goes the train. Here we go. Devised a plan, brother. Devised a plan. Oh, great, Shankar. Respect, brother. Yes. Oh my God. Thank you so much. Thank you so much, Shankar. Okay, I'll grab the subject, verb, and object. Story of the lost city, subject should be the new object. Has been told, okay, that's already passive, B plus V3. So has told should be the verb out there. By the elders of the tribe. So the elders of the tribe has told the story to the children. Okay. The elders of the tribe, okay, but told the story, but that was perfect tense. No, no, children can't be the subject. By the elders, so elders must be the subject. The story, come on, that's the subject already. The elders have told, perfect. The first one has a mismatch of time and tense. Despite knowing the consequences, she felt an overwhelming compulsion, to steal books. She's suffering from, I remember, kleptomania, dipsomania, megalomania also and such. Okay, dipsomania of alcoholic drinks. So this is related to alcohol. Megalomania is to be big. I am the best. The whole world knows me and should know me. I'm the best. Showing yourself as the best one. Megalomania. Pyromania for setting fire to things. And biblio if you say, and klepto, my goodness, kleptomania in order to steal, a compulsion of stealing, klepto. Look at the root words, I think you know both. And when you say books, I know biblio because I remember the one who loves books is bibliophile. So biblio, books, klepto, stealing, mania, that compulsion desire, insatiable desire. Done. Even though I came across this word for the first time, but I know exactly this is going to be the answer. Pyro for fire, megalo to be big, and dipsomania to drink. Then C. Sindhu, my bad luck is going on. What should I say and do? I hope so the day after tomorrow when you drop me a message, I would be able to say, yes, it's going to start on this date in next 2 to 3 days. I'm honestly sorry and thanks a lot for your patience. Nitesh, exact description of the word. Abhijit, I love your friend. We'll meet you later. Would love to meet your friend first. Yes, of course. If beneficial immigration is to be sustained, destination countries must acknowledge and blank space the risks that it raises. Okay. What should we do in a positive context with the risks? Address them. Yes, we address issues. A collocation, I think all of us know. We address issues, of course. Speak. Speaking will be just to narrating them. What about their solutions? Perform. We don't perform risks. We perform duties. And we can't ignore or disregard. So addressing those problems, risks, is the only feasible option. They will be the city Shivam B plus V3 exactly. But you got it wrong, Shankar and Shivam. I hope you saw this by looting and killing. Remember this? They are coming by car. I'm sorry, I didn't do this. It was done by mistake. So it's not the passive tone. They are coming. By is used for the doer, I hope you. Of course, in the passive also, but in the active also. I cut the knife. The apple with a knife. So, got it? Before looking at that, you can look at the object. In the passive voice, we don't have direct objects. Like I saw him is going to be active because passive voices don't take objects. They take prepositions and then the objects. He was seen. We can't have me in the passive voice. No, he was seen me. He was seen by me. So even if I see the sentence so far, or till this point, the goons will be blank space the city. This is active. They will be capturing the city, destroying the city, entering the city, whatever you do, because that has object straight. So I can't think of anything. B plus ing is active voice, B plus V3 is passive. No other option possible. B plus SES, B plus V1, the only possibility. By looting, the way they are doing or performing an action. Yes, exactly. Haste makes waste. No problem. No problem. But do remember in the examination. This is one of the best RCs I have ever read. And I would love to take this opportunity to read this RC before you. Once upon a time, there lived an old man with an old woman. They had a nice garden. He planted in it. It grew and grew until it was time to pull it out. The old man went to the garden and gave a pull. It wouldn't come. He gave it another pull, a great big pull, but it wouldn't come out of the ground. Then the old man called the old woman and said, "Come and hold on to me and help me to pull out this." The old woman came. The old man tugged at the turnip. The old woman tugged at the old man, and they pulled and they tugged, and they tugged and they pulled, but the turnip would not come out of the ground. Then the old woman called the little girl. Hey. And the old man tugged at the turnip. The old woman tugged at the old man. The little girl tugged at, आज मैं तोतला हो जाऊंगा पक्का, tugged at the old women, and they pulled and they tugged and they tugged and they pulled. Nice tongue twister exercise, but the turnip wouldn't come out of the ground. Then the little girl, hey, called a dog. And the old man tugged at the turnip. The old women tugged at the old man. The little girl tugged at the old woman. The dog tugged at the little... You understand? I hope so. And they pulled and they tugged and they tugged and they pulled, but the turnip wouldn't come out of the ground. Then the dog called a cat. Bo bo. And the old man tugged at the turnip. Final chance. The old women tugged at the old man. The little girl tugged at the old woman. The dog tugged at the little girl. The cat tugged at the little dog, and they pulled and they tugged and they tugged and they pulled, but the turnip would not come out of the ground. Sigh of relief. Now, your answers, please, first. Exactly, Mohini. Nitish, great. Okay. Once upon a time, there lived an old man with an old woman. They had a garden he planted, and the old man called the old woman. It doesn't state, the passage doesn't say clearly that was his wife. So why would I say that? The old man called the old women. So who did the old man call? The old women. Flat. Where did they plant the turnip? Superb, Abhijit. Yes, Shikha. Samudra Manthan. They had a nice garden. He planted a turnip in it. That means the nice garden. So his garden. I got this wrong. You can see, okay, that was one of the questions from reasoning I clicked, I'm sorry. But I got just one wrong, which I word in the final examination also. Some hard work for you now. Vedansh, good evening, brother. Read the last paragraph and answer the question. Wrinkle, yes, brother. Yes, brother. And that's not English. That is, I think, reasoning, or what did I say? I too clicked A because I read men, women, girl, dog, cat. 5. I read it twice and I clicked 5. But I got this wrong. Why? Wrinkle, perfect, brother. Everyone, Prakta. The question says how many people. Okay. But your options are misleading. They say 5 members. I can count that dog and as a member also, but it states how many people. So people I can see men, women, girl. Dog and cat cannot be considered people. Okay, that was a good one. I would mark that the same in the examination also. Be careful. Saying this to me too. What were the people doing to remove the turnip from the ground? Oh, I forgot this. I need another tongue to answer this. They, from the beginning, tugged, pulled, pulled, tugged. Throughout the passage, they are the same. Pulled and they tugged and they tugged and they pulled. Scrape, nope. Tugged and pulled, yes. Holes, nope. No, 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 no. Few more to finish things off. Which is not true according to the passage. Jessica. Praktha, great, if you can hear. The old man called the old women. Yes, he did. The turnip was not removed. Yes, in the end also, but the turnip was not removed. The old woman was living with the old man. The very first line says that. The dog called a mule. I can't see any mule across the passage, so that is not true. That should be a cat. The dog called a cat, not the mule. Hmm. The thief caught immediately by the policeman. Oh, camera went off. Let me change the battery. 5 seconds, please. Obviously, because this is sheer passive. I hope it is visible or it says the same. Okay, 5 seconds, please. Let me just ref. Must be visible now. Sorry for the mismatch. Obviously, the thief caught is active voice. That means the thief caught someone. Mention the object first of all, but the passage goes or the sentence goes by the policeman. Sheer passive. So the thief was caught yesterday. The thief was caught. Without a finite verb, we can't have a sentence. Got caught, another variation. Nana, you are correct. The thief got caught. The thief was caught. ing expresses the continuity of an action. She is dancing and such. The teacher appreciated his studying. His is going to be an adjective. Object must be a noun. That's a gerund. Filing reports, that's another gerund. It's not even a verb. His habit of, another gerund here. Preposition, object, subject of the sentence, object of the verb. They were discussing the project and such. So that's the continuity we can mark. Nancy, perfect. Sir was discussing the question when the camera went out. By the end of the month, I will have complete, come on, have takes a V3, typical SSC question. Have plus V1 not possible. Done. I will have completed. Last. And that is also nipped in the bud. Done. No, Manu, we can't. No, Ajay. Okay. I'm sorry. Ajay, yes, brother. Manu, no. I think all of us know affect and effect, two common errors out there. Advice and advise, SECE, affect and effect. Effect is a noun, harmful effects, side effects. If you want a verb, use affect. So pollution affects more people today than it ever did in the past. Pollution affects more people. Gone, nipped in the bud, and that's it. That was an easy peasy one, I hope, but yes, such mistakes shall be there because you too would click. I think how many people we don't notice in examinations with the timer running on and such, but fine. We have to take care of all these things. Thank you so much for being here. Bye bye. Take care. Be safe. See you in the classes soon. Thank you. One can go through these two for quick revision and practice. The practice kit with 1000+ tests and the new adequacy pattern crash course. See you in the classes. Thank you. Bye-bye. Take care. Be safe. Everybody here. Thank you, Mohini. Nipped in the bud idiom hai, which means to finish something in the beginning. Like they caught immediately. Khatam. What was that? Despite of. Khatam. What was that? The previous question. Pollution effects. Khatam. In the bud, in the initial state or beginning of a situation when something is finished. Thank you, Prakta, Neha, Nitish, Kamal, Saloni. God bless you, beta. Vijit, you are the best and most sweet person. You too, brother. Thank you so much. Thank you so much for the words, for the encouragement, and for support, and for being here. Most importantly, thank you for being here. Thank you, brother. See you at some post in CGL 2025 for sure. Thank you, Ajay. Jai Jagannath, brother. Isha, Vaishnavi, Renu, Wrinkle, Bubbly, Jessica. Yes, Aman. Thank you so much, brother. Shikha. Yes, Shivam. Manu. Thank you, brother. Nancy. Stupendous, and now chivalrous, and all of you here. Okay. Bye bye. Take care. Be safe. See you.